Yo, this is your boy Simon Church bringing you guys another video. This video is just about, just be grateful that you're on your path and that you're doing this shit because it can be a little fucked up, you know, not doing it. Yes, bro. I noticed that going out of alignment can cause abrupt, fucked up things to happen. But you may be on your path and it may not be how you want it, but at least you're doing it. You know, at least you're getting this shit out of the way, because when you're doing it the right way, dude, you're on the fast track. You're on the fast track of getting that shit done. No matter what, you're doing it the right way. That means the great mother gonna be with you. So you ain't got shit to worry about. I don't give a fuck how it look, but hey, just keep doing that shit. You know, at least you're doing it, because there's people out here that ain't doing nothing. So you always gonna have a great mother favor. You putting in that work, don't give a fuck what's going on around you. You putting in that work. That's why they on your ass. Just think, they are not gonna be able to keep that up. Your enemies are putting up the illusion that they can keep up. Confirmation, they can keep up with you. They can't keep up with you. You can't keep up with a motherfucker that actually got a purpose rather than a motherfucker that's just trying to stop a nigga. They eventually run out of energy because they can't keep up with you. You got to have a certain amount of energy, a relentlessness that's from an infinite source to keep up with you, and they ain't connected to that. There ain't enough souls sitting to suck on for them to be capable to even connect with that. So all you got to do is just keep doing you, keep holding it down, and eventually it's going to come. Whatever you've been working on is going to happen. You know, just be grateful that you're doing it. Even at the youngest age, you know, that I'm at. Because I'm still a young nigga, bro. I'm still in my 20s, goddammit. You know, I'm glad I did it now. I didn't wait when I'm in my 40s. No, bro. I'm on that shit now. So I'm just about wrapped up with the war. I'm just about wrapped up with the big war going on. So I just think I'm going to have all that time to grow and evolve. Get all your work done. Get all your heap of work done, because, yeah, you got that side of work you got to do at a large rate, you could say. You know, if you're a great mother's child, but look at it like this. Once you get that out the way, you got your whole life to evolve and grow to where you're not going to be nothing stopping you. Nothing stopping you. Nothing stopping you. You're just growing in the ball, and now you got time to do what you want. Once you get on that shit out the way, like when you defeat the demons, that you one of the warriors out here. Once you defeat the demons of the great mother, once you defeat, you got a lot of time on your hands, man. That's why, you know, it's good to get the demons out the way now, so you can have time for yourself later. Yeah. You can have time for yourself later. I want time for myself later. I don't want to be out here half-assing it to where I'm at. I'm 50 years old, and I'm just now getting away from my trauma. I'm just now working on it. Fuck that. I'm going to be old probably, but if I do it now, nigga, ain't no such thing as it. We break through our limits. We going through the gates. We broke through the gates. See, it's a cosmic thing going on because we're multidimensional. A lot of the time, when you see a lot of turbulence going on, you're honestly going through gates. If you've seen your point of view at a higher dimension, you will see yourself just moving around through gates, literally. You're going through gates, you know? And you got your spiritual team around you, literally. It's like a video game. And then there'd be demons. There'd be demons out here too. Certain niggas I think everybody gotta face a form of a demon within themselves. But some people were built. And some people had on their path, they had a quest. There's demons. There's a set number amount of demons they have to take down. That's just how it go. You know, in order for you to get to a gate, you have to destroy these demons. Because it's based off of, it's a militant type of ascension for certain individuals. You know, it is. It's just because they're built differently. So they have different things they have to go by. That's why that's with the infernal realm. The infernal realm brings a lot of those type of disciplinary, militant type of souls. You know, that's just who they're bred to be. Don't get me wrong, they're funny, this, that, and the third, but you know, they're still who they are underneath it though. Because when the pressure is cooking, it always comes out of that militant individual. Those individuals usually come from the infernal realm, but you do get the angels that are like that too. So I'm not just gonna say that. But some of them come from the angelic side of things, because there are celestial worlds out there filled with primal beings from celestial light, still formed from the black ones. Still formed from the black ones, but they don't utilize light to where they can bridge life from it. Still connected to source, that's the only reason. So there's realms of possibility just from the gods from the darkness that had a way for souls that can't really take that, but still have ascension through many, many ways in an infinite way through the angelic realm. So that's why you see the celestial world to complement the primal realm, the primal soul, its type of ability. It can't really match it. So it has to have the celestial world to accompany what they can't reach. That's the best thing I can say. But they're still very, very powerful. Until, hey, there's some powerful motherfuckers. Come on, man. I'm going to keep it a stat. You go down there, man, you're dealing with some motherfuckers. You go down there. And the infernal realms can go down there. They can go down there. But we're going down there to celebrate. We don't go down there to fight. We go down there to celebrate. We go down there to commune and learn. We don't go down there and start shit. You know, we don't do that. We're niggas, but we go everywhere we can learn something and have a good time. That's what niggas from the infernal being like. Infernal realm. We're like niggas. We just gonna float where we can hang. That's the real shit. That's some real shit. You know? But yeah. Straight up. It's best to just, you know, get this shit out the way. You know? And these demons, that's what we're talking about, yeah. Get these demons out the way. You know, because some of us gotta take down a set amount of demons. It's just set up like that, where you got your life destined to meet people. You gotta destroy. Like I've noticed that on my path. I had many demons I've taken down in my path. You know? He gave me a water. It was weird. But I just had a thought. But we gotta take some demons down. But you take all the demons down, bro, you gonna be chilling. Then if you decide to still destroy demons, that's when you start just to get ultimate favor from the Great Mother. That's when the Great Mother just start, you know, damn near fighting with you. That's kind of how I get. Once you start just going out there, just doing your thing, even when she say don't do nothing, that's how you get ultimate favor. You know, you overachieve in the spiritual. Always overachieve, because that's how you get ultimate favor. Like getting your shit out the way rather than doing it later. And you know it's hard as fuck, but you stay in the course. That's overachieving, bro. You gonna get your favor from the Great Mother. But if something ain't happened that you want, it's probably because it's not time. You still got a little bit of digging to do, not because you're doing something wrong. It's just because that's just what the cookie made. That's what the cookie takes to get made. You know, that cookie ain't done yet. That cookie's still in the oven. That cookie is still in the oven. That cookie's not done being made. So that just means, hey, you got to get back to, you know, doing something else until your cookies are. That's kind of how I see that. Wait until your cookies are done. You know, your cookies are almost done. But until then, wait. I'll always be looking out for the ants. They can't say shit. Yeah, they can't say shit. I'm not trying to say nothing, but I just talking shit. I'm just saying I always look out for the ants. You ain't gonna never see me stepping on no ant. I'm gonna be like, nigga, if I know where there's a whole bunch, I'm gonna feed their ass. I'm God, because I'm a spirit animal, man. That's off topic, but I gotta talk my shit. I always look out for the ants. That's just something I do. But we definitely gotta just appreciate that we got this shit done. Like, you're doing your path now, because it will be a point in time when you're done fulfilling a majority vast stuff. Because no matter what, as long as you're in purpose, as long as you did it, you do get to have how you want it. Especially if you're one of those true primal beings that's a little ancient. You know, oh yeah, you got different rights. Certain niggas like a celestial angelic motherfucker got different rights. Our earthbound soul, bro, gotta go out a certain type of way. It's just how it is. It's just how it is. But he's infinite. He has the potential to become a celestial being. But I don't know about that primal shit. That, oh, an inferno. I don't know. You gotta see what the Great Mother got with you. But if you ask me, nah. The earthbound souls, I'm pretty sure there's realms for them. It's gotta be like celestial worlds and angelic realms, light realms. Because the earth is formed of light. So I'm guessing, they got realms like that. But there's niggas in the earthbound realms. I'm pretty sure they be cheaping it. I just noticed that souls don't all go to the same realms, and they can't. Just certain souls are older than others. Confirmation. Double confirmation. Some souls are just older. Some souls are bridged from a different element. Just literally how it's built. Some souls is just, hey, bro. Yeah. Not to say you're better or what. If you got a soul, bro, it's got to be a reason. No matter where you're from. There's a piece of the puzzle for you on this plane. Especially if you're upright. I don't give a fuck if you're earthbound soul. You're supposed to be here, buddy. There's people on this earth that are earthbound souls that are still highly favored from the Great Mother. You know? And don't get it twisted. Because there's people that were just made doing shit that motherfuckers took a couple of lifetimes to do. You know what I mean? I'm picking that up. There's earthbound souls that, all right, we'll see what this nigga got. And this nigga know you know what I mean? And that ain't me. But I'm just picking that up. You just never know, what they might become. But back to the topic at hand. Just be grateful that you got that shit out the way. You're getting it out the way because you're going to have a lot of time to evolve. Confirmation. You're going to have a lot of time to evolve. You're not going to be worrying about gang stalking in a second, because what you're doing is going through gates. Is going to be to a point where gang stalking ain't going to be around you. Your gates are beyond that. You're going to be in a whole nother atmosphere. You're not going to be in their atmosphere no more. So I peeped that. You just got to keep going through these gates, and eventually your reality is going to be different than what their reality is. It's going to be, the world's going to split. Like, when you're going through gates, you're highly protected because you're doing something a lot of people don't do. You just can't give up. That's why they try to make you give up. Because they know if you're on your path, no matter how hard they go, they can't touch you. Even if they try. Trust me, they have. But they can't touch you. They can't touch you. They tried. But that's why they distract you. They try to make you scared. But they can't run up on you, bro. That's basically running up on God. Great mother, she not gonna let that happen. But you gonna have to. Sometimes, like I said, it get rough in some patches. I'm gonna keep it a stack. I don't remember how cold it got. I ain't gonna never forget that. I look at that like a trophy. Ain't got. Don't get me wrong. It was a tough 12 round, 15 rounds. It was 100 rounds. I say it was like what? Oh man, 60 days. Over 60 days. Over 60 days of the cold in winter. Strong nigga though. That's how I look at it. You pretty strong. But yeah, it get tough. But nobody gonna fuck with you though. When you go through that. Yeah, I might have to go through that, but nigga, you ain't gonna fuck with me. I would rather have that than anything. Protection from the great mother? Fuck are you saying, nigga? What you want me to do? That's how I am. What you want? What you want? It's like right now. As crazy as this path gets, I'm like, what you want, I'ma do it. I don't give a fuck what they stole from me, what happened. I'm like, I work for the great mother, dude. Whatever she wants, I gotta do it. Literally, like, because the higher power of all souls be wanting shit done. So I'm a listener. I'm a good listener for her, so I'm gonna make sure what she want me to do. I get direct orders from her. Sometimes I'm a little stubborn and I run on autopilot, but I serve the great mother for the most part, for all the parts, even though I may take a detour here and there. Still serve the great mother. Papa set my dad, I don't serve him, But I do serve my bitch. Whoever that bitch is, type shit. But Papa said my dad. People heard you gotta serve Papa said. That's my fucking dad, man. I ain't no kid no more. Yeah, I ain't no kid. I fuck with him though. I fuck with him. I still take orders, here and there. Like if you want me to do something, I'll do it. On some real nigga shit. But I'm not gonna say I serve him. Like what the fuck? Don't get me wrong. Getting a phone around, kind of gotta listen to. Hey, nigga, you gotta go do that down there. I'm like, all right. That hit different. That's like taking commands. But the person I serve is the great mother. Straight up. The great mother and my bitch. Yes, it's kind of like the two you kind of have to. That's literally written in the law, man. I know that for a fact. That's why niggas have bad luck if they fuck over a bitch. So certain women, like, you're not supposed to do that. That's bad luck. Confirmation. You ain't gonna never see me fuck up a girl person's heart. I'm like, bro, the repercussions ain't worth it. That's why I'm waiting. I'm sitting back. Even though I'm getting tempted, it sucks. I gotta talk about this. This came up. Even though it sucks, bro, I'm staying disciplined, dude. I'm like, yo, I can't budge. Because you know what you feel, right? I'm like, you can't let that break up what you've been building up. I'm like, I got this far. I'm glad I've been healing and working on myself to where I can bring in love. Because it's like, if I backtrack and end up just fucking these bitches, I would end up going a couple steps. I know it. So it's like, I'm not going to do that. I have to hold off. I can't go out here and do that. Because if that's the case, the great mother would have sent what I wanted. She knows what I want out of everybody. So it's like, obviously, I'm not supposed to do it. Because she knows what I want. Even if it was a quickie. Great mother knows what I really want. So obviously, if I didn't get it, I'm not supposed to get it. I'm supposed to get that one person. That's why I'm like, I gotta stay down. I have to. Because they try to make your faith waver in certain departments. I'm like, no, I can't let that, get to me. I shake it off. Because I still haven't fucked. So I gotta give myself credit. I'm glad I got that work out the way now. That's what I'm saying. I didn't do it to where I have to wait because I have to do a lot of work. Nah, I really don't have to do too much. I still got work to do because it's like I'm humble and I'm always got work to do. But it ain't the shit that I gotta work on from some bitches. I tell you that. It ain't because of these bitches. Nah, I been patched that up. That's why I'm just staying the course, staying, available for that one bitch. Not going out here and then fucking it up. Because one wrong move will fuck it up. That's why I gotta be careful. It's like chess. One wrong move, I can fuck it up. So it's like, yo, I can't. That's why it's like, yo, you know what I mean? You gotta be careful out here. Because you got like a divine counterpart. And you horny as fuck, man. I don't give a fuck if you're a man or a woman. And you got a divine counterpart, you're horny as shit. I'm telling you, man, don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up. Please don't fuck it up by doing something you gonna regret later on because they feel that shit. I be acting like they don't feel what I'm doing now. They feel me. They feel my focus going off them. Because I know this bitch is connected more than me when it come to feeling. Even far away, like, I know she feels it more than I understand. Because that's just how it's built. Women just feel harder. So I'm like, I can't be out here doing that. She'll think I'll end up, dipping off. I'm like, I can't. It's as hard as it can get, but I'm like, I can't. I can't do it. Because I am a loyal motherfucker, but when you're not seeing what you're getting, you can kind of get, you know what I mean? Because I don't know who this person is. Thank God, because, hey, I probably would have, So it's like, I can't disrespect the energy because I feel the energy, but sometimes you want something in front of you and then you get horny and you're like, dude, I know I can attract what I want. But you gotta wait a minute because it's like I can't. Because one wrong move, I'm gonna fuck it up. If it ain't her, don't do it. I'm like, dude, I can't fuck it up, bro. I'm gonna end up fucking it up. Because I feel like that's a contract I took. And like, if I go against her, bro, I'm gonna hurt myself. Even though, because I peeped it. I gotta speak on this. Because this is the cosmos talking. I'm like, yo, yeah, if I go outside and do something outside of that, even if I can't see the bitch, oh yeah, I'm gonna hurt myself. Because I'm on a high vibration. It's like, no, bro, you can't do that. I'm speaking like this because somebody got this in the energy. It's like you go out here and you try to do something, you're gonna end up fucking something up. Because the higher they go, the harder the fall if you drop. And I notice when you rise, it's the obligations rise. You start to wake up to things that's already been or has been shook off from the dust it had. You had to be shaken because it had dust on it. And there's things that's always been there that was hovering around you, but now you're aware of it. You just don't want to go against that certain shit because I'm peeping it. Because the enemy is always going to try to tempt you to fuck that up because they know that if you break that spiritual law, you get karma for it. And they can kick you when you're down. So it's like, don't even get there, bro. That's why it's like basically I can't cheat even though I can't see this motherfucker. But it's basically what it is. I can't cheat. If I basically do something outside of that individual, I'm basically cheating. And it sucks. It fucking sucks. It's like that. But I respect it. I respect that. It's like you think it's unfair, but I don't know, man. I don't make the rules up. Because if it was up to me, I wouldn't have put that motherfucking shit in there. But I know that's what's in there. So I can't, I can't be like, I have to respect. Not to say I don't want her, but I'm just being real. Like, let's just say a nigga A nigga not around and not thinking about this. Didn't know. You told me I can have what I want. It's like, what if I didn't know about that? It's like eventually it would have led up to it, right? I guess. I don't know. It gets like where I'm all about being fair. I don't know if that's fair, but what's fair? I don't know. I'm not a person that's trying to do nothing, but I'm talking about in my young jitter stages, man. It could have been nice when you were a young jitter. Now I'm like, nah. But when you're a young jit, you know, a young jitterbug, you're like around, you know, not too young, but right at that age where you can buy lottery tickets. Confirmation. Would have been nice to get, but like I said, it was always looming around me. I'm like, I can't go against that because I can, but something bad's gonna happen. I know it. I know it. That's why I'm like, I'm just getting it out the way now, so I ain't gotta worry about, having them issues. It sucks because this Kundalini shit ain't no joke. Kundalini sneaking up on me. So it's like, oh man, I can't do nothing. And you're sitting with all this energy. It's like, and sometimes you get overwhelmed. And you kind of forget when you're in warfare what's going on inside. And it's like you kind of forget things real quick. I'm like, wait a minute. I snap out of it. I'm like, wait a minute. You know what I mean? Because you're in battle mode and you're like, I'm just worried about me only. Long and behold, you got somebody connected to you going through that experience with you, low key. They're like, what are you doing over there? Like, wait a minute, you don't feel me, motherfucker? It's creepy, but it's true. Oh man, it's funny, but it's weird. That's why I gotta respect that. If I don't, I know the enemy's going to really send me some big booty bitches, but it's like, bro, I can't go, man. I really can't go, man. I might look real quick, but I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna go though. I can't, cause I'm not gonna get in trouble, man. I'm not gonna get in trouble by that great mother. She said something up for me. Don't go against it, cause that's why I'm gonna get in trouble. It's cause something went against what she told me to do. That's where you get your ass whooped by the great mother. Confirmation. But yeah, just be glad you're getting it out the way now, man. You ain't gotta worry about it later. I was like, take out the trash now, do the dishes now, so when you wake up, you ain't got that shit to do. When you wake up. That's how I see it. That's kind of how I see it with life, with this shit, with this spiritual work. Just get it out the way now, so you ain't gotta worry about it later. Cause when it creep up later, you ain't gonna want to do it then. You might not even do it more then, cause it's gonna be more shit. So you ain't gonna never do it. That's kind of how it be with the spiritual work shit. And going through gates. There's certain gateways, motherfucker. It would be hard to do if you old as hell. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because this going through these gates require being your athletic body. I don't know. It do. And it's just how it go. That's just how it go, man. But just be glad you're getting it done now. Just be glad you're finishing it now. And then you ain't got to worry about it later. And that's for a lot of people. A lot of people ain't got to worry about shit. I'm not going to speak too much on it, but just know you ain't going to be running on the same script like everybody else, bro, because you completed a lot of that work. So the great mother going to make sure you're not affected by nothing. So therefore, you're going to be running on another script. Because if you put in that work, the great mother going to make sure something. You ain't got nothing to worry about. That's what she going to make sure of. She going to make sure you ain't got shit to worry about. Oh, God. That's why I'm getting this shit out the way. I'm destroying these demons now. I'm staying loyal to this energy because it's like, hey, man, that's the path I got to do it. Even though it may be hard sometimes, I got to do that. I got to. Ain't got a choice. Literally, it's like have a whole bunch of bad shit happen to you, or don't have to go through that shit and just do it the right way. You know what? Doing it the right way sounds like the better idea. Have a whole lot of bad shit happen to you, or just stay on the path. Oh, just stay on the path. Fuck that bad shit. Life can already be hard as it is. Let me just do this shit. That's kind of how I feel with the Great Mother work. I'm like, I don't be complaining too much. You know, I just kind of ask what I want, and then the Great Mother, if she give it to me, she give it to me. If I don't get it, I don't get it. But I'm not gonna be begging. I don't give a fuck. I get this shit out the way because I know while I'm going through it, I'm protected. As I'm going through these gates, I'm protected by the one that really made everything. We're put in delicate situations where she just can't do it for you. But she can be there right with you. And if you need support, she's right there with you. No matter what realm you're in. No matter what dimension you're in. You're an upright primal being. You're always going to have her with you. Yeah, don't get it twisted. Great Mother is a universal concept that will be forever engraved in you. Great Mother ain't going nowhere. Great Mother ain't just this dimension. Great Mother is everything. Remember that. Because without her, none of this shit happened. You couldn't do it without Great Mother. You know, that's how I see it. They can say whatever they want their theories, but I just see, if it wasn't for Great Mother, I don't think none of this shit would be happening. Confirmation. I don't think none of this shit would be happening, bro. I really believe that. Like, our life would not be like this. Or these dimensions, even though it's fucked up shit going on in this realm. But if it wasn't for the Great Mother, they wouldn't even have a chance to do that. Even for these fake motherfucking archons that the Great Mother is getting ready for us to dismantle. If it wasn't for her, they wouldn't be out here doing what they're doing. I'm telling you, man. The Great Mother is everything. That essence may not be in them, but just know the Great Mother is running you. Because she runs everything. Great Mother runs everything, dude. People act like she don't run everything. She runs everything. But she not gonna put her hands in wicked shit. She gonna get it destroyed. But she always send her children out. That's how she do it. That's how she do it. She sent herself out, basically. That's how she do it. I don't make the rules up. But I've noticed that about the Great Mother. She can go out here and do whatever the fuck she wants. But she let her children do it because they make them strong. You basically become a force. I get it. That's why I never back down from her challenges she gave me. I'm like, oh, you want me to do that? I'll do it. Like, she gave me the fight. She put it on my heart to fight Crawford. I didn't really want to fight the guy. This was like 3-4 years ago I've been calling that guy out. And it gets to the point where, bro, what are you doing? You got undisputed damn near twice. Are we fighting or not? Because it just seems like you're ducking me, bro. I know I'm 6'8". I know I'm tall, bro. But you come on, Crawford. You can probably beat me. You can probably beat me, dude. This is an easy fight to make. That don't mean you just don't make it. No, I got a chance of beating you, man. I trust me, Crawford. I believe I can beat you. From my whole hearts of hearts. I'm like, I got a way to beat you, man. Even though I may not have the experience like you. Even though I may have to get a couple of these, a quick fight in or two, I feel like I'm going to beat you. Bad style matchup. Tall guy versus little guy. Good jab versus good counterpuncher. You're not going to be able to touch me if I got my jab on you. You're not going to want to engage with my right hand, Crawford. I'm telling you, Crawford. That right hand going to get you scared. I know you ain't scared of nothing, but that right hand, you're going to be scared of that right hand. He ain't gonna be scared of nothing. But that right hand that night, he gonna be scared as fuck. Cause it ain't gonna look like it hurt, but he gonna get a taste on his glove. Damn, that nigga can punch. Arm punching him too. I'm not gonna have to punch him too hard and fuck up my fucking elbow on that nigga. No, I just got an arm punching because I have strength in my aura. I ain't gotta level up a fucking punch. No, it's my aura that give me power. Some niggas just got thrust and power. They ain't gotta do too much. They ain't gotta wind it up. That's me. I ain't gotta wind up no shot. Nigga, all I gotta do is touch you. Like a fucking sermon that's finna bless you, heal your kids. You know, heal that person to walk from that wheelchair. All I gotta do is touch you, nigga, and you going to sleep. I know it. I know it. I'm like, Crawford, if you take that fight, I'm telling you, bro, I'm gonna beat you. But that don't mean don't take it. Cause you gotta prove me wrong. You gotta shut me up, Crawford. I'll give you that. You're good. But have you fought a dude real tall like me? Yeah, you pound for pound, but let's see if you beat a big nigga. I'm still waiting on that, Crawford. Still waiting on your reply. But back to the scheduled program. I've been having to stop myself. I've been having to really stop myself. This energy is wild, man. I'm just like, when is this shit gonna be over? Going through all these gates. To am I, you know what I'm saying? Because these tests, it ain't the test that you know, test a different test. But they coming. But be glad that you're getting this shit done now. I know people going through shit. Confirmation when I say this, but just look, it's not going to continue. Like you can hear that siren stop. It's not going to continue. It's going to stop. The siren ends up stopping. It ends up stopping. I'm telling you, when you're going through the gates and you're ascending, bro, you're going to be at a level where they can't reach you. Physically, geographically, spiritually. You just got to keep going. Don't let the fog distract you. Keep going. And that's words for me too. Like I'm gonna keep going. I've never had that mentality to quit, but I can't be bitching. I'm like, I know what I signed up for. I know what I signed up for. I signed up for this. I did. But I will say, keep getting this shit done, bro. Eventually it's gonna catch up to you. You're gonna be in a whole nother vibration. You know? But I will say this. Wear your crown. Wear your crown. Wear your crown. Get a crown. If you know you've been putting in that work and you know the motherfuckers been on your ass, get a crown, the grandmother say. Ain't nobody gonna touch your crown, nigga. Even no matter who you are, get a crown. No matter if you're a woman, no matter if you're a man, get a crown. Get a crown. Cause you know what I'm saying? You're doing some great things. Cause I'm not the only one that's putting in that work spiritually. There's other motherfuckers out here putting in that work. Get a crown because wear your head high. Because, man, they're doing a lot of shit that your ancestors couldn't do. They were getting caught up in cycles That's why those curses are real. They were getting caught up in curse. You feel me? They didn't have a chance to break free. You know what I'm saying? So you're out here breaking them. You're getting free. Yeah, you might have some weirdos mad as fuck you're supposed to destroy on your path because they can't be around. If you're around, they can't be around because you're doing the right thing. They're fucked up doing it, coming at you, so they can't be around energetically. Who gives a fuck what happens to them physically, but spiritually, energetically, you can't have them around. And in your presence, you can't have them around. So that's just the name of the game, you know. But yeah, what you've been taking, man. You've been doing a lot of shit. You're not even your ancestors could do. Your ancestors was getting caught up in shit. You're getting this shit done, and I pray that you just continue to excel for the upright ancient primal being that's rising, and for the ancient, and for the earthbound souls. You know, I just pray that you ascend. I pray that you ascend. You know, I pray that you keep going and you just stay focused. Cause I know how I get. I know how I get, man. And I wouldn't put that on nobody. You know, none of the hardships intentionally. Maybe for the enemy, because they deserve it. But not my people. Not my people. That's why I just want you to, be on your shit and stay consistent on being you and growing. That's all you gotta do. Stay consistent on being you and growing. But just be glad you're getting it out the way, because a lot of people didn't have a chance. And now they with you, riding with you, rooting for you, fighting for you. And just be grateful you're doing it now. Because a lot of people ain't doing this shit. Majority of the people ain't doing this shit. Even with the people that has a soul, they ain't doing this shit. So just give yourself credit. Be easy on yourself. But still be hard in the sense where you're not backtracking. You're not inviting in thoughts of being reckless. Because once you get a couple of thoughts in, you're going to be reckless. No matter what you built up. Once you letting those thoughts get into you, it's kind of hard to fight them because you already fed into it. You can feed into some more, you know? So it's best to don't even and let it enter. Meet it at the door and kindly exit to step off your porch. Don't even let it enter your temple. Because once it enter your temple, you feel me? The sirens go off when you fuck around and do that. Yeah, continue to be on that bitch. That's why I wouldn't even go that route. You always can have your cake and eat it, but there's certain things that's just off limits. Certain things off limits. Yeah. But that's about it. I'm gonna make this too long. That's how I dropped that video. Be glad you're getting this shit done now. Because you're gonna have a lot of time on your hands, man. Yeah. You're gonna have so much to do. You ain't gonna know what to do. You're gonna be so used to fighting. Once you finally get that time to be free and kick your feet back, you're not gonna know what to do. And people aren't gonna expect what the great mother's gonna do for them. You're not gonna expect it. They didn't think they were worthy for it, but the great mother knows what their dedication Was. A lot of people are humble. Dude, a lot of people are fucking humble. I'm not done yet because I want me to speak on this. A lot of people are humble to where they don't ask for much. They just ask to be left alone. But a great mother knows their dreams in their hearts. And she sees their dedication and she sees them going through the gates. And she sees it gets harder than, but she still sees them going through the gates. She is going to give them something so big. So big. That they weren't expecting it and they didn't think they deserved it, low key. Even though they probably didn't have no wounds, but they're humble. Humble servants. Like Shawty always said, humble servants to the Most High. That's Shawty. I can't tell y'all her name because I just love her enough to not tell nobody her name. But I give her credit. Humble servants to the Most High. Motherfuckers just want, that's kind of how I am. I don't really want too much. This grandmother, you know what I want, but I don't want all that other shit. They trying to add into it. I'm like, all that extra shit. I'm like, I didn't even ask for all that. Real shit. I'm looking at it like, if it was up to me, certain things I wouldn't even have. But I guess they want me to have certain shit. Like, I'm not gonna speak on it because I don't want nobody, nobody's business. But I just know that's kind of how it is. Humble service to the Most High. Humble service to the Most High. She gonna look out for you. Just know that. In this harvest season, remember that. October is harvest season. You get your corn next season. You pump you get your pumpkins this season. The grandmother ain't forget about her children. The mother did not forget about her children. But that's about it. That's what Sean to come out. Like I said, if you want to hit that Cash App, you ain't got to. EG Fisker 1. EJJIFISKER 1. All lowercase with the 1 at the end. But I'm out. Peace. Let me get that 47 energy. Yep.